Hey there, so today I want to do a quick little video on working with general contractors, what to say and what not to say during a consultation. So you may be thinking about getting things ready to get your house on the market, or you may want to be considering a kitchen or a bathroom remodel. So you might ask, well, Gail, how do you know about this subject? I am not scripted, so what you see is what you get. I'm actually married to one, so I have so many conversations when he gets home, and unfortunately too many conversations about this. So it inspired me this morning as I had another intense conversation about him and one of my clients to make this video. By the way, I'm Gail DeMarco. I'm a local real estate agent right here in St. Johns County. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. What you see is what you get. And if you're returning, hey, thank you, I appreciate it. Would love you to subscribe either way. So let's get started. Hey there, so let's just dive right in here. So one of the reasons I'm doing this video today is because I just came from a listing appointment and my seller was so proud to show me her backyard. She just spent a ton of money on having the pavers around the pool and extended out and the fence redone, and she had the house painted. And I just kept thinking, are they done? As I'm walking around, I'm like, are they done? The fence was leaning, the pavers were uneven, there was different dye lot colors in there. It was just kind of scary looking, and the painting looked like my 5-year-old grandson had gone in there and had a field day. And she was, I wouldn't say she was elderly, but she found these people on Nextdoor. So Nextdoor is not the place to find general contractors, okay? It's not the place to find fencers or roofers, because the truth is anybody that's really good is going to be busy, and they're not going to be advertising on Nextdoor. Nextdoor is a great place to say, hey, there was a coyote in my backyard. Somebody stole my Amazon package. I'm really mad. A dog pooped in my yard. Nextdoor is not the place to go find a professional general contractor. The best place to find a general contractor. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting in my backyard right now because my husband is making so much noise in the garage. He's building cabinets. I'm like running for a quiet spot. The best place to find one is from your neighbors or from referrals. If you see one of your neighbors we have a WhatsApp group among the ladies in my neighborhood. We also have a huge Facebook group. We have about 3,000 members. Like, I was just looking for the permanent Christmas tree lights. So when my grandkids come, I wanted to light up like National Lampoon's Vacation. And I got 10 recommendations. And I actually drove by the homes at night to see the houses lit up. And I talked to the 2 people that I really was impressed with the quality of the installation, all that. So get referrals and ask the neighbors. These are the questions to ask, okay? Ask them, hey, number 1, were you happy? Were you happy with it? Number 2, did they stay in budget? Or how much over budget did it go? And number 3, would you refer them to your child or your mother or your sister or your brother? Would you refer them out? So you want to make sure that you got thumbs up on all 3 categories: budget, time frame, and would you refer them, okay? So the other, just realize general contractors are just like you and me. I mean, I don't care. There's good cops, there's bad cops. There's great realtors and crappy realtors. You've got amazing chefs and really bad chefs. So you've got to do the research and you have to take accountability. Don't look for the cheap deal. Don't look to save a penny, because at the end of the day, the money you think you're saving, you may end up paying twice for it. It's so easy to look up somebody's license right on the internet. Florida has the bar right there. You can look up my license. You can look up anybody's license. And then when a contractor before they even come over, just ask them these questions. Hey, are you licensed? Okay, are you bonded? Do you have insurance? And if they go, well, then go to the next one, okay? And also, you want to make sure when they're bringing in subcontractors, ask them, are you doing the job or are you bringing in other people? Because you want to make sure, especially if you have kids in the house, right? I mean, you're not going to let them have run of the house. You want to make sure that anybody they bring in, because I did have a really bad situation where one of the subcontractors, a roofer, fell off a roof and he broke his leg and couldn't work for 6 months and sued the homeowner, and he won for, I don't know, it was over $50,000. So check who is coming to work on the house. Super, super important. Another thing never to say to a contractor, don't tell them, that he could take his time. Don't worry about it. Okay, ask him, how long is this job going to take? How long is it going to take? And if he says, well, a month, okay, great. So that puts us about August 5th. Great, I have family coming into town on the 10th, so we're going to be completely done by then. And if he says, well, say, well, how about this? If you complete the job on time, I'll give you a bonus. And are you good with that? And they normally will go, oh my God, that would be great. Perfect. Because you want to make sure, this is another good question. Hey, how many jobs do you have going on right now? Or am I going to be an in-between, or do you work on my job until it's done? Because you don't want to be one of those filler jobs, right? Because maybe you're a smaller job and they're working on a big job and they just want to have a little cash flow. So ask them about that. The other thing you want to absolutely make sure is you never ever say, hey, what if I give you all cash up front? Can I save the sales tax? I'm kind of guilty of that. I did that with my Christmas light guy, but I knew he did all my neighbors. Because you never know. That contractor could have financial problems. He could have a gambling problem, just like any profession, right? There was a big attorney who stole millions of dollars. He had a gambling problem, a big guy in town. And you don't want to put yourself into that situation. Don't be penny foolish. So always just give them the 10% up front. Just that's what Florida law says. And as they progress in the job, you give them a little bit more and a little bit more. And you do not pay most of the balance until the job is done. This way it protects you and there's no misunderstanding. You want to keep them motivated. The other thing is, do not let them pick out the materials. Of course, I'm not saying go to Home Depot and pick out the sheetrock and say, I want that framing. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're having flooring, like I made a $20,000 flooring mistake. My husband let me go to the flooring store. You want to have both decision makers there. And they show you this beautiful board. I'm like, oh, that looks great. And we had them install it while we were in Mexico. We come back and it looked like a patchwork quilt. It was horrible. We spent the next 3 days ripping it all out. You want to get like a whole box of the floorboards and lay them out. So anything cosmetic, you want to get, you want to be responsible. So if there is a problem, you're not blaming it and fighting with the contractor, because what is the contractor going to do? It's going to find the cheapest material so you can mark it up, right? And ask them that question. Do you mark up the materials? Everything needs to be in writing. I can't even stress that enough. A lot of times, no more handshakes. No, we're like, okay, I think I could do it for $2,000. No. Everything is in writing. Every change order from beginning to end. And I'll tell you, my husband's gotten burnt a couple of times because he's one of those guys, he just trusts people. And he doesn't do a change order, and then he'll come home and he'll be bitching because they don't remember that he said it was going to be $500 more, and then he eats it. And that means I got to sell another house. That's not fair, is it? So everything in writing, okay? This way, you don't have to, this should not be stressful. It is stressful just doing it. Here's the other thing. Do not just go ahead and do what they're suggesting. Meet with somebody like myself, or you need to meet with a professional. Don't let them talk you into $36,000 worth of papers like one of them did to my neighbor. And now I'm like, well, where's the dog or the playground going to go? You paved the whole backyard. They were trying to do a quick deal with her and told her how beautiful it would be. So definitely don't let them make the suggestions. Talk to me or talk to your agent. Will I get ROI, return on investment? You only want to invest in your home what you're going to get back. If it's not going to bring value to your home when you sell it, like we all know a pool doesn't, but what a pool does for you is if there is a buyer looking for a home with a pool and there's a model just like yours, and they really want one, they're going to go with your house, right? But you're not going to get $125,000 out. You'll probably get $25,000 in the appraisal. You want to make sure like I always say, people love stuff that is clean, like painting, okay? Like painting is the cheapest thing to do. Painting, if you have carpeting, get rid of that stinky carpeting, especially if you have dogs, because guess what? We can all smell the dogs. We can all smell the cat litter. It's not like a Glade plug-in is going to solve your problems. So all I can say is when you're embarking on a decision like this, and sometimes you may just be divorced, you could be single, or if you do have a partner, have that other person there. You want to have the decision maker there, so when the contractor's in there, and I can't even tell you how many times this has happened with my own clients, the contractor's in there and the husband's like, what are you doing? I didn't want that. Oh, that's a horrible color. And then they want to start over, and it just prolongs everything. So make the decision wisely. Check with your realtor, say, what am I going to get back if I invest in this? talk to your husband, your spouse, or if it's just you. You don't need to go crazy, okay? So I just want you to not make the mistakes that so many of my clients have made, and even myself. Now with elections passed, my phone's a lot busier. My website is getting so many inquiries from buyers looking at my listings. If you do not know and you're unsure, just call me. Even if I am not going to be your realtor, like say you're in a different state and you're thinking about selling your home because you want to move here, call me. I am free advice. And if you're moving here in 9 days, 9 months, not 9 years, I'll probably be dead by then, give me a call. I would really, really love to help you with the transition. I love relocating people here from all over the place because I have people moving here every day from Colorado, actually a lot from Texas lately. And a lot of people moved there during COVID and now they're like, we want to be by the beach. I have them moving, from even South Florida because we have the #1 school district. Go ahead and give me a call. Call me today, 904-640-8000. Thank you.